Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I'm Joe, the 50-something Dasher, and this is my daily recap video for Saturday, August the 2nd, 2025. We're expecting company, so I'm going to try to get through these orders quickly and do a shorter speed version of this. And so if it gets loud in the other room, then you'll know why. But anyway, started the dash before 6 a.m. Got a decline at 5:59 upside down IHOP. And then a few minutes later, another one, only $10 going out to Groveport. So, and then I had to wait a while. You see here, like over a half hour of so I probably logged in at maybe 5 or 10 till 6, and so you're talking like over 40 minutes until I finally took something. And I was just sitting in this room, kind of doing some work on my private journal videos. 1175 8 Mile Meyer only got to shop 6 items. So there you go. There's the list. Pretty straightforward. And just had that done in 7 minutes and delivered at 7:09. So for 1175. 725 from DoorDash, 450 tip. Okay, and then what's next here? A minute later, upside down Taco Bell decline. Guys, I had a ton of declines today, it seemed like. You can count them up if you want in this video. I'm not going to try to count them. Acceptance rate check, 39%, and that's what I finished the dash with, and I'm currently at, is 39%. This, I think I declined, just a $4 McDonald's. Here we go. 1850 6 Mile Meyer, 15 items. Let's do it. Strawberries, some stuff from produce, and some snacks, some Capri Sun. I mean, had this shopped in 10 minutes. Okay, delivered at 7:48, so a little over a half hour to make the 1850. $10 tip from the customer, appreciate it. And then I took an Uber order, believe it or not. I actually found, got an Uber delivery that wasn't too bad. $14, 10 miles. I went ahead and took it. And then, so there's like a partial list and just a 9-minute shop on that. Then as I'm on my way to make the delivery for this, I started getting bombarded with crappy I put my pause on as soon as I took this. You got 35 minutes. Well, at the 35-minute mark, I was still a couple minutes away from the customer. I unpaused it, and as I'm trying to pull in the apartment complex and make this delivery, I start getting bombarded with the upside down Starbucks decline, $2 Walgreens. Here, let's show it right there. There it is right there, decline. $10 15 Mile IHOP decline. Can I just make this delivery, please? $5.50 Tim Hortons decline. $4 Jolly Pirate. And now I'm able to complete the delivery. Thank you very much. At 8:59, so that was 40 minutes. 40 minutes for 14 bucks. It is what it is. Okay, our guests are here, so I'll, hurry through this. $6 McDonald's, did that in 15 minutes. I'll take it. And then another quick 14-minute order, $8, 3.5 mile sheets. Pretty standard. $4 base pay, $4 tip. This I'm not going to take, obviously. $7.75 going to Obet's. 7:53 Mile McDonald's all day long. Took me 18 minutes. Done. And then a 7:50 Starbucks. Again, this just took 14 minutes. So I get a string of these like quick short orders. This I probably shouldn't have taken, but this is the first of my 2 makeup orders and subject of the video. But I went ahead and took this. Well, yeah, let's do an Ulta order, but you know it's almost 9 miles, and so I don't know. I get there. There's the list. Um, when I walked through the front doors, had I had turned right, the Clinique and Mac shelves were right inside the front door to the right. But I turned left and I'm looking for these brands. I don't see anything. And I finally come up to an associate who helps me shop this. And so the eyeliner, they didn't have in stock. And she spent several minutes on this. She wanted to look through like a drawer and was digging through that drawer. And then she goes and scans the UPC and it tells her that they were supposed to be out of stock. So I had to substitute, and this ended up being an 8-minute shop because of that. And then I get to the checkout and had to wait a couple minutes to get checked out. There was a line. And so I didn't deliver this until 10:38, so it was 33 minutes for the 10:25. And there's my tip right there. Thank you very much. I'll turn it the right way. Okay, and then let's see here. As you can tell, it's going to be quick and unedited here, folks. $8 Dollar General, 6 items, not doing that. This one, I declined this. This is going like north of downtown. Okay, no way am I doing any even if that was one item, I'm still not doing a shopping order for $4. This is just $11 going out to Obets, so decline on that one. Here we go. $8.75 hidden tip, Tim Hortons. I guessed the hidden tip was going to be a quarter. My wife guessed 50 cents. So let's check it out. No, it was actually a $12 order. We were both wrong. So $2 and $10 tip. And this just took 18 minutes. So outstanding order right there. Patience pays off. $6.75 Dollar General. I went ahead and took this because I looked at the list. It was only 2 things to shop. So I took this, and this was, check it out, 1-minute shop. Go in there, 1 minute, boom, no line at the checkout, in and out. And delivered this at 11:31, so 15 minutes for $6.75. So, you know, but that was really a gamble right there, because that could have just as easily turned into like, you know, a half hour. There would have been a line in there or something. So, but I got lucky. Another low ball shopping order, $3.50 Dollar General, not doing that. This right here, 32 items. Had that have been 32 live crickets, possibly I would have took the order, but it is going out east. But I took a look at the list, multiple different things to shop for, and different bowls and toys and this and that, so decline. Here we go, $22 Aldi, 15 items, 13 miles. Absolutely. This was mostly meat. I like all of it except for like 4 items was all from the meat department. I was like, oh crap, the app's gonna make me take pictures of every single one of these. But it didn't. This was the first time, and I don't know for how long, I didn't have to take pictures of any of this meat. So, I got lucky. And it only ended up being a 10-minute shop. So, delivered it. Wow, this took almost an hour. Wow, that's 55 minutes. How many miles was it? 13 miles. I mean, I did have to wait at the checkout about like 5 minutes or so, but yeah, that's interesting there. So, whatever. So that's at 12:30. Um, is around this time frame. My wife said something about me having to meet a $300 goal today, and I was like, $300. Well, then I'll be working until like 11 o'clock at night, to make that, because I just, it seemed like it took me forever to get up to my 200. This was interesting here. This is my second makeup order, and so the last order I dropped off west of downtown, and I don't know that I've ever gotten an order like this before, where from where I'm at, it's wanting me to go north this is about like 6 miles north of my position to go to a Sephora, and then the only reason I took this is because it's delivering back in zone and paying over $29. And I was, well, yeah, let's go ahead and do it. And so that Sephora was actually OSU campus. And I believe my first ever Sephora order, as far as I don't think I've ever done one before. We have a Sephora in our zone, but they must have DoorDash turned off because I've never gotten an offer from there. So only Ulta in my zone. So I get up there at 12:43, and I found maybe I should try more to kind of like shop these on my own, but a lot of times it's too easy to go. I go up to, if I see like a worker that's not doing anything, I just go up to them, and and like with this order here, and she shopped these three items for me, boom, one, two, three, and she, we didn't even have to go up front to a register. We just went to like some table, and she checked me out with like her handheld device, and I paid and everything through that. So this was really quick, 3 minute shop, and then it was off to delivery. This delivered to a third floor in a hotel, so at 108. So yeah, this was only not even 40 minutes for 29.25. So that, and plus I was back in zone at the drop off. So this was outstanding here. Um, I got lucky on getting that. Or then okay, so now what's this PetSmart here coming across? Uh, $10 to go to Cleveland, Ohio, practically not doing it. Okay, sorry. Minute later, 725 Chick-fil-A, but it's going into that West Zone, so not interested. $4 Chick-fil-A, $4 Panda Express decline, and what is there, another Panda Express coming in, or no? 1175 Piata and Bob Evans. If everything would have been right here, then I would have done it. But you got the one customer in West Zone not doing it. Sorry. No, I'm going to try to wait for something better. Oh, guess what? Oh, West Zone. Decline. Here we go. Thank you very much. Patience pays off again, folks. $19.39, $9, 2 city barbecue orders. Let's do it. One small order and one big order. So that could have been, is probably only a few dollars away from being considered a catering order. And I draw, there it is right there. It was in one of those big sacks. I put my catering bag, delivered at 133, and then I didn't get a final pay breakdown because that Meyer offer came across, and so I couldn't get my screenshot. I hate how it does that. So 141, so about a half hour for 1939. Outstanding. on that one. And then so I went ahead and took this $20 to, yeah, one's, you know, going to West Side, but that's more like, you know, that's Galloway. That's not that Frank Road and Hilltop and all that area. This is different here. If you're familiar with Central Ohio at all. I wasn't sure what these things were, and I wasn't going to try to look, you know, while I was driving. I had to wait till I got stopped at a light, and I'm sitting there, you know, looking at my phone, and these Drizzlicious snacks. I never heard of them before, but my wife had. So get to the store 157. Just a what is this? A 9-minute shop. Easy, okay, and first drop off at 226, and then second one at 237. So 4 minutes shy of an hour for $20. So yeah, that's okay. It works. Each customer left a $3 tip. Okay, getting close to now. At this point, I just need like one more order. I think at this point to get me over my 200 for the day. And but this right here, this is too much work. This is 33 items and going up to practically downtown Columbus. Not doing it. Decline. But almost right away, not even a minute later, but this is more up my alley. 1225, only 3.5 miles, only 6 items to shop. I'm on it. Accept. Thank you. Super easy. No problems with any of this. 10-minute shop. Okay. Had it delivered at 310. So $5.25 and a $7 tip. Okay, and then I log off. And here we go. So it was a 9-hour, 17-minute dash. Active time, a little over 6.5 hours. But I had that, you know, over a half hour at the beginning of the dash, and also remember the 35 minutes for the Uber order, which really isn't downtime. So 191.93 on 16 DoorDash deliveries, and then the one Uber delivery for $14. That was all Uber base pay. And here's the I've got the tip right here on the Uber order. There it is right there. Thank you very much. And that is it. So that is it for this dash. And we will do this all again tomorrow. And as always, be sure to drive safe out there. Thanks so much for watching this video, and we'll see you at the next video. Thanks again.